Nothing stresses out beginners more than picking the right or wrong niche for their book. They agonize on it. They don't take action. I'm here to just silence the worry on that, on really the best book niches and the most important thing you need to be understanding about self-publishing in 2026. Okay, so here it is. The niche is not actually the money maker for your book income. It is actually the type of book that you publish. So many people put out composition notebooks that they don't actually even know who the book is for. And that is really the paradigm shift you need to have in 2026, where you're creating books that actually solve problems. The more you can focus on a problem that your book sells, the niche is irrelevant, because people who have problems pay money to have them solved. Okay, so I think it's great if you've already been publishing on Amazon KDP and maybe you've had $4 or $5 sales. That is a validation of like, this works. So I think that's a really important thing for you to pat yourself on the back and understand that if it hasn't worked out for you yet, that you're not alone. Most beginners overly worry about picking the best book niche for their book, and a lot of times they won't ever take action. So we're going to break this down a little bit deeper in this video. My name is Jenny Hansen-Lane. I've created six figures from book income. I've published over 100 pen names, and I've done that privately. They're all separate, and I have published over 600 books. And so the most important thing that I want you to understand about having a book that makes money is that it needs to solve a problem. And as you focus on the problem, you know exactly who you are serving. And as you know who you serve, you can call them out more easily on the sales page. There's so many opportunities to talk to your customer through a book, right? We've got the title, we've got the subtitle, we've got the series, we've got the author name, we've got the description and the back end keywords. In addition to that, we have A+ content that can literally paint a picture of what the buyer's life is like after they have this book, or the benefits and features that your book actually provides for people, that when they see it on Amazon, they click cart, and they don't even click they don't even click cart. They click buy now, because you have spoken to them so clearly. The really cool thing about this is that Amazon uses a heat map. They're like on the back end, they can see how many people are actually spending time on your book page. And so you're doing a big disservice as a beginner just writing 2 or 3 lines in your description, when you could actually paint the picture for the reader to stay there. The longer someone stays on a sales page and is scrolling and looking, Amazon knows the buyer, and they're going to push other buyers to your page. And when you get checkout views and when you get purchases, then that validates the book and Amazon pushes it out more. So it's really important as you go into 2026 to think about ways that you can optimize your book, specifically by focusing on the problem that your book solves. Now, I'm going to share 3 takeaways because I think this is going to help you a lot. The first takeaway is, which I've kind of mentioned, knowing who you are actually creating the book for. And when you do this, go ahead and call that out in your subtitle. Who is this book for? If you go on Amazon and you look for books that sell really well in the low content space, in the medium content space, usually you know exactly who the book is for. So before you upload another book, have a very clear vision of who that book is for, and make sure you're communicating to them on the actual book listing. The second thing is, think about the problem that you're solving as a party. And this might sound weird. For those of you that have been around my channel longer, you know that every single book, I kind of write out some key tools that I like to do every time that I write a book. And the reason why I say I want to make it fun is because I want it to feel like it's a party, right? So like, what is the party about? What is the book about? What problem does it solve? Okay. The other second part to this is actually, who is the book for? When you have a party and you have a theme, like, you want the person being invited to the party to feel like they want to be there too, right? Confession. One time I brought home a huge wedding cake. I had a photo shoot. It was on my son's birthday. I brought home this wedding cake. He was like 3. It was like 3 tiers. It was beautiful. And he literally almost sobbed. He's like, that is not the cake that I want. I was thinking like, oh, this is so fun. But like, I really didn't have him in mind. And I had to make up for it for the next 3 birthday cakes, which now it's a joke, but it was a huge lesson. Also a huge why I started publishing, because I hated being away from my kids, especially on their birthdays. Being able to know who you talk to in your book is important, okay? So what is the book about? Who is the book for? And another important part of the party is, why do they need your book? If you're able to use these 3 things to talk to the customer, then you're going to be a lot happier with your results. If you're putting a book out for yourself because you're like, oh, I just want to make money, congratulations, like, you're getting there. But the second part of being able to scale a book income stream machine is leaning into the customer problems and solving them. And I would tell you from my own experience, the deeper you focus on the problem that you solve, the more money you can make. Now, results vary, right? This is not a video about guarantees. This is about putting in the work to understand the customer so that you're one step closer. You only need one type of customer to fuel anything for you in Amazon KDP. What I mean by that is, so many people publish so many different types of niches and different categories, and then, it's hard to focus. When you solve one problem and you start making money, all you do is take a step to the left and figure out what is the next problem this customer would want, since they're already buying this book. You don't have to do a different pen name for this. You don't have to, some of the interior of the book you can repurpose and make it really fun for the customer to say, oh, I got one like this and I want to get this book too because it reminds me of the first one and it was really fun. We have a huge opportunity on Amazon KDP to create consumable books. That means customers come back for more all the time. So what it comes down to is, publishing in a particular niche becomes irrelevant when you start focusing on the customer's needs. Then that's when you can expand and actually dominate the niche. So let me know what questions you have about publishing in terms of starting with a beginner, because there is some testing that you need to do, but it is important to remember that there's probably a lot of things that you have that interest you that can actually translate into a book that solves a problem. And you might be thinking, like, how does this actually work with low content books? Like, how does this happen? Some of my top books that helped me cross 6 figures came from knowing a customer. They're still blank inside, but I knew what the customer wanted. And that is really powerful. So it is okay to publish books that you're excited about. But if you want to make money from them, you have to take a step back and think, how can I serve this customer? How can I create a book that they would love? And if you're like, Jenny, I need help more on knowing customer bases, then it's important for you to do the market research. Go and see what is selling and identify those 3 things to our party, right? The party is, what am I making? What am I creating? What is the problem I'm solving? Who is this for? And why do they need it? Okay. These 3 things will change your book royalties in 2026. I've got a free training coming up. I'll put a link below, but more importantly, I'm cheering you on. I want you to know that you will not lose if you don't quit, and that I've always got your back when you need to know about more self-publishing profits. Drop in the comments also any questions that you have on trainings you would like to see on this channel, or just tutorials. I know that always helps. We have an amazing community here. And here is another video that YouTube is suggesting. So go ahead and I'll see you in the next video. Love you. Peace out.